we don't see enough appreciation for a film's crew members. I'm not talking about the actors. I'm aware that most actors will never achieve the success of Robert Downey Jr., for example. I mean, he's made it big in the MCU. Now he's getting a paycheck of like $100 million for Doomsday, which I think is ridiculous. I don't think anyone should be paid $100 million for being an actor, but because a lot of these guys are overworked, underpaid, and a lot of them don't belong to a union, so they can get used by the studio, by the directors, as long as they wish for long hours, right? Hence, like Stanley Kubrick using the. Can you go away, please? I'm sorry. Hence, like Stanley Kubrick, like the notorious like multiple takes, wasting like production time and like film money, you know? Anyway, for example, the Attack of the Clones like factory scene. Not a lot of people know that that scene was bad primarily because it was last minute. It was a last minute addition by George Lucas because he wanted to include more action in the movie. So he overworked his VFX artists in order to make this completely animated background. The only thing real being Natalie Portman and Hayden Christensen, while the rest was just a blue background. And you're going to see a lot of people just trash the movie just because, oh, the VFX don't look good, all this, that, and the other. And it's kind of tone deaf when you're trying to make that criticism without knowing what goes into making the movie, right? Obsession wouldn't be as great as it is, not just because of Indy Navarrete, but the lighting, the set, the props, the sound effects, the VFX, right? Stunts. We need to appreciate that more. And sometimes I fall victim to this because sometimes, I watch a movie just for its actors. I think everyone does that. Sometimes a lot of people are going to watch a movie, hey, because there's a hot actress, or hey, Robert Downey Jr. is in it, so I'm going to go watch it, right? Star power. And we don't really see, most people probably don't know who ILM is, right? Most people are like, oh, the effects look cool, but they don't really take the time to really look at the behind the scenes and see, whoa, like this stunt took like 3 months to film, or this like animation of Optimus transforming took like months to recreate, right? And so when I saw this headline about Keanu Reeves giving $75 million to the Matrix crew, I think that was pretty cool. Like he's obviously a millionaire actor, so that's like doing the bare minimum, but it's more than what most actors would do. And the fact is, they do need to be appreciated more. The stuntsmen, right? How many times can they get like an injury to themselves? And so that they make our main actress look good, right? Scarlett Johansson not wanting to do a fight scene by herself, maybe because she's pregnant, so they have to bring in a stunt double, right? We don't see enough praise for that. The Oscars are moot. They don't mean anything, so I don't care if they they should have opened a stunt category for that shit long ago, for the crew as well. And I'm aware that the way it works is that the crew, they work on hourly pay, and a lot of them are unionized, and if they're not, they're most likely doing it in the hopes of trying to get another job. And most actors are in the same boat too, if I'm not mistaken, that they have to keep on taking the jobs for low pay, long hours, and for what is like 10 seconds of screen time may have been like 10 hours on a film set, all that stuff. And so when these like big budget Hollywood actors take pay cuts in order to get into an indie movie or something like that, and a lot of people praise that, like a Hollywood A-list actor, like I think that's so like that's the bare minimum, right? When the Friends cast was like, we need to make everyone's pay equal, it's like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. That's the bare minimum, you know? Uh, and with like Marvel's history of overworking VFX workers, um, and a lot of people criticizing the end fight of Black Panthers looking like a PS2 video game, it's like they had to do so little in so much time. So much in so little time. I'm sorry. And most people forget to take that into context when judging a movie. So it comes off as more as like a bad faith criticism, right? Um, so yeah, I fall victim to. I genuinely try to take the time to look into like if it was a well-made movie. Like sometimes I can acknowledge that, it may be a bad movie, but the production value looks great, right? The production, they clearly took the time enough to make every scene look as if it was um, high value, right? They took the time to really make it realistic, right? And we don't really see enough of that. I think we need to praise the crew more and stop putting actors on a pedestal just because they went through like 10 hours of makeup and whatever, which they probably get like millions of dollars in order to compensate for that. Yeah, that's about it. See ya.